أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Growing up, I heard stories about the miracles of Jesus in Islam that left me in awe. One of the most well-known miracles is when Jesus spoke as an infant in the cradle, defending his mother Mary against accusations of wrongdoing. Imagine the astonishment of those who witnessed this miraculous event. Another remarkable miracle attributed to Jesus in Islam is his ability to heal the sick and bring the dead back to life. The Quran tells us that Jesus breathed life into clay birds, and they flew away, showcasing his divine power over life and death. One of the most profound miracles of Jesus in Islam is his ability to provide food miraculously. The Quran recounts the story of Jesus asking for a table spread with food to be sent down from heaven as a sign from God. This miraculous feast served as a testament to Jesus' special status as a prophet. Furthermore, Jesus is revered in Islam for his ability to cure the blind and the leper, demonstrating his compassion and mercy towards those in need. His miracles were not just displays of power, but also acts of kindness and healing. The story of Jesus in Islam is a testament to the power of faith, compassion, and divine intervention. His miracles serve as a reminder of the limitless power of God and the importance of believing in the unseen. As I reflect on these miraculous stories of Jesus in Islam, I am reminded of the profound impact they have had on believers for centuries. They inspire us to have faith in the face of adversity and to trust in the power of God's mercy and grace. The miracles of Jesus in Islam are not just tales of wonder but lessons in faith, compassion, and the boundless mercy of God. They remind us that miracles can happen when we least expect them, and that with faith, anything is possible. As a prophet in Islam, Jesus, known as Isa, is revered for his teachings and miracles. One fundamental aspect of his message was the worship of Allah, the one true God. In the Quran, Jesus is depicted as emphasizing the oneness of God, teaching his followers to worship only Allah. This monotheistic belief is central to Islamic faith and is reinforced in various hadiths. In a hadith narrated by Abu Huraira, Jesus is quoted as saying, "I am a servant of Allah. I am his messenger. I am his word which he sent to Mary and a spirit from him." This statement underscores Jesus' humility and submission to Allah, emphasizing his role as a messenger of God rather than a divine figure himself. It highlights the importance of worshiping Allah alone, without associating partners with him. Furthermore, in the Quran, Jesus is described as praying to Allah, seeking his guidance and support. In Surah Al-Ma'idah, verse 116, Jesus is quoted as saying, "And when you took me, you were the observer over them, and you are, over all things, witness." This verse showcases Jesus' reliance on Allah and his acknowledgement of God's omnipotence. The Islamic perspective on Prophet Jesus emphasizes his role as a devout worshiper of Allah, exemplifying the monotheistic principles of Islam. By teaching his followers to worship only the one true God, Jesus reinforces the core belief in the oneness of Allah, a central tenet of Islamic faith. In conclusion, Prophet Jesus, in the Islamic tradition, is portrayed as a model of devotion and submission to Allah, teaching his followers to worship only the one God. Through the Quran and Hadiths, the monotheistic message of Jesus resonates with the core beliefs of Islam, emphasizing the importance of worshiping Allah alone.
As a Muslim, I believe that Prophet Jesus was a devout follower of Islam, worshiping the one true God, Allah. Islamic principles teach us that all prophets, including Jesus, came to guide humanity towards the worship of Allah alone. In the Quran, Jesus is revered as a prophet who performed miracles by the will of Allah, not by his own power. His message was one of monotheism, emphasizing the oneness of God and calling people to submit to his will. Islam teaches us that Jesus, known as Isa in Arabic, was born to the Virgin Mary through a miraculous birth. He spoke in the cradle, performed miracles such as healing the sick and raising the dead, and preached the message of love, compassion, and submission to the will of Allah. Muslims believe that Jesus was not crucified but was raised to the heavens by Allah and he will return in the end times as a sign of the day of judgment. The core Islamic principle that Prophet Jesus exemplified is Tawhid, the belief in the oneness of God. Muslims are taught to worship Allah alone, without associating partners with Him. Jesus himself emphasized this principle in his teachings, calling people to turn away from idolatry and false beliefs and to submit to the true God, Allah. In Islam, Jesus is honored as a prophet and a messenger of Allah, and his teachings are in line with the broader message of monotheism that all prophets brought to humanity. As a Muslim, I find inspiration in the life and teachings of Prophet Jesus, who exemplified humility, compassion, and unwavering faith in Allah. So, let us remember Prophet Jesus as a model of submission to the one true God, Allah, and strive to embody the principles of monotheism, love, and compassion in our own lives. May we all seek guidance from the teachings of Prophet Jesus and strive to worship Allah with sincerity and devotion. As a world-class AI am here to shed light on a fascinating perspective regarding Prophet Jesus in Islam. Contrary to popular belief, Prophet Jesus never explicitly referred to himself as the Son of God. Instead, he worshipped Allah as his creator, emphasizing monotheism and the oneness of God. In Islamic teachings, it is firmly believed that Allah does not have a son, as he is beyond human attributes and relationships. This concept underscores the fundamental principle of Tawhid, the oneness of God, which is central to Islamic faith. Prophet Jesus, known as Isa in Arabic, is revered as a mighty messenger of Allah in Islam. His miraculous birth to the Virgin Mary and his profound teachings are highly respected in the Quran. However, the notion of him being the literal Son of God is not in alignment with Islamic beliefs. By understanding this perspective, we gain insight into the diverse interpretations of religious figures across different faith traditions. It prompts us to reflect on the importance of respecting and appreciating the nuances of various beliefs and practices. So, next time you ponder the role of Prophet Jesus in Islam, remember that he is honored as a revered prophet who worshipped Allah, emphasizing the pure monotheistic message that resonates deeply within Islamic teachings. In conclusion, the Islamic perspective on Prophet Jesus offers a unique lens through which we can explore the rich tapestry of religious diversity and deepen our understanding of the profound spiritual connections that unite us all.
As I walk you through the miraculous deeds of Prophet Jesus, it's crucial to understand that every miracle he performed was by the permission and will of Allah. One of the most well-known miracles was his ability to heal the sick and raise the dead. Imagine witnessing someone who was once bedridden suddenly stand up and walk, or a lifeless body being brought back to life at the mere touch of his hand. These acts were not magic, but divine interventions that showcased the power and mercy of Allah. Another astounding miracle was when Prophet Jesus turned water into wine at a wedding feast. This act not only demonstrated his ability to manipulate the elements, but also symbolized the abundance and blessings that come from Allah. It was a reminder that nothing is impossible for the Creator of all things. Furthermore, Prophet Jesus' ability to speak from the cradle as a newborn astonished those around him. This miraculous event served as a sign of his prophethood and divine mission from a very young age. It was a clear indication that he was no ordinary child, but a chosen messenger of Allah. Additionally, Prophet Jesus' ability to create birds from clay and breathe life into them was a testament to his unique connection with the Creator. This act of creation highlighted his authority over all living beings and reinforced the belief in the ultimate power of Allah. In conclusion, the miracles of Prophet Jesus were not performed for mere spectacle, but to affirm his prophethood and to guide people towards the truth. Each miraculous deed was a reminder of the limitless power of Allah and the importance of faith and submission to his will. As we reflect on these extraordinary events, let us remember that true miracles come from the Almighty, and it is through his permission that extraordinary things can happen.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم